on YouTube. I'm going to be giving you guys a free Saints ebook. Now, before I get into it, let me tell you guys the abilities you guys are going to want to have. Definitely use two route techs at your wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 1, and then have gunslinger. Now, if you don't have hot route master, you're going to want to use slot apprentice on your wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. On Dion, it'll just be 1 AP extra, but if you have a deep threat wide receiver, it's going to cost 2. So I recommend you have two route runners at your wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 if you don't have hot route master. So you could use Dion, you could use Lance Allworth, or just any route runner archetype you could use at your 1 and 2 to save the AP. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, if you don't have Hot Route Master, also put on Backfield Master on your receiving back. It'll only cost 1 AP. So Alvin Kamara, CMC, Reggie Bush, any one of those three guys is going to be good. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys over on the field. Okay, so starting out on offense, we're going to start out of tight offset tight end. Now, where number 84 is in this slot on the left side, you're going to want one route tech. And then on the outside over here, where Dion is where you're going to want the other. So your audibles all set up L1, or if you're on Xbox, whatever. I'll use YL halfback swing. I'll leave inside zone. I'll change stick to O1 trap, and then R1, I'll go ahead and put Saints drive out. So let's come out and just O1 trap. All you guys have seen O1 trap online. I'm just running it because I'm running out of time. So O1 trap, simple run. You can mix in here and there. Mix in O1 trap and in inside zone. Inside zone. What you could do is just run a stock like that, or if you're passing, motion over your tight end over to the left side, just to give them the idea that you're passing, or the idea that you're running, whatever. Just mix in every single option, whether you're passing, running. You could use motion to keep your opponent off balance. But we're gonna go ahead and look at Y out halfback swing. Now your triangle route or Y route, whatever you're on, is gonna be your primary read, and then circle, you're going to want to put him on a post. X, your tight end, you could either motion and block him, you could put him on a streak, you could put him on a comeback. And then R1, what I like to do is put him over on a swing left route, just like this. That's pretty much the setup right there. If your opponent is coming out in what's it called, that gut fox blitz 3-4 odd, is pretty much the reason I switched over to this playbook, because although I don't play against that blitz every single game, I want to have bunch and this formation right here. So same thing, put circle out on a post. The tight end, you could streak, and then R1 on a swing left to the right. To the swing left to the left, and it's gonna look like this. So you have two corner routes that you could read. If it's cover 2, you can look for square, and then if their cloud flats are playing back to cover those posts, you have two drags underneath. So right here, we'll take our read. R1's open, but triangle was also open if you pass let up. So we'll go ahead and run that again. I'm not gonna go over every play multiple times. I'm just gonna go ahead and run it maybe twice, and then that's it. Like I said, you could motion over Vernon Davis and then just have him block. You could put Kamara on a swing route still, or if not, you could put Kamara on a Texas route and then drag your tight end, and now you have the same formation but different reads. As you see right there, triangle mouse was open, but it's just one of those things where you can mix in, and that's why having backfield master or hot route master is so good. Because you could just, I'll go ahead and do it one time, just because there's multiple ways you could set this play up. This is just one of them. You could also put square if they're running man-to-man, cover 0, put them on a zig route, and then put Kamara on a Texas, or since you don't have a drag out on the field, you could put him on a table route, streak Vernon, and now you have multiple reads. We're going to look over to the right side this time, and then Kamara's open on the flat. That cornerback, 33 right there, whoever that was, played a little bit low, so we could have possibly let Dion up. But that's it for that. I don't gotta go over half inside zone and O1 trap, but I'm gonna try to go quick just because there's so many plays. Now, the read right here is triangle. What I like to do is to bring the cornerback down in a square. I'll go ahead and put him on a flat route like this, and then you could smart route Moss, but I'll just run it like this with no smart routing, just a stock triangle route, just as the quarter ran out right there. Just put your left guy, in our case McLaurin, on a flat route. And then on the right side, you could do pretty much whatever you want. So let's come over again to Saints Drive Out. Your R1's already set on a preset table route. I'll just streak uh, Davis, and then I don't know. I'll just put Dion on a corner, and then go ahead and put Square on a flat route, and then Square's gonna bring down that DB. So we're gonna look for Mosh right here, and then so it didn't bring him down, but the flat was wide open. Obviously, make your read a little bit quicker. But let's go over to recent plays. Look at that same play. Saints drive out. We're actually gonna smart route at this time. I don't know if that smart route is gonna make the cut a little bit quicker, but we'll go ahead and click Moss, and then we're gonna smart route him. So his cut is actually gonna be a little bit quicker, like I thought it would be. So table route, let's try motioning. I mean the flat route. Let's try motioning over McLaurin, so hopefully the corner follows him. He doesn't follow him, so that's just gonna be an easy 5 yards, obviously. But obviously I can't pick the defense because I'm in a solo because on practice mode you can't. Let me reset the play. I didn't like that. Because on practice mode you can't actually use route tech and hot route master and stuff like that. So right here's a good example. You can wait a little bit, pass lead up, but that's usually how it's supposed to look. Okay, so we left out on bunch, and then what I like to do, how I like to set it up, is I'll put circle on a post, my tight end on a flat, and then triangle you could keep right there on that delayed comeback route. But for the most part, I'll put him onto a table route, and then square is going to be your main read. That linebacker is going to follow triangle, and then low ball that in route. So now, say you're constantly beating your opponent with that in route for like 12, 15 yards every single rip, because they have like a purple out there and a deep blue and no hook crow right there. So what I like to do to mix it up is still have that same setup, but this time it looks like it's not good. It's like cover two or something. But out route, put square on an out route and then smart route him. So he's gonna be worried about you going inside again to square as to where you'll see. So it was cover two, but he played down. So that's one of those things that you can mix in that in route, that out route, and then with route tech, the cuts are gonna be really good. So another reason I really like to use route tech. Now staying in flood, taking advantage of our slot apprentice, motion in square and then put him on a corner route. Same thing with circle Moss, put him on a corner route. Streak Terry, put both X and triangle on a flat. So by this setup, you're forcing them to put two hard flats and two hook curls, which ideally is going to open up the whole middle of the field. And then so once you're doing that is when you take advantage of flood, throwing that in route, or I'm gonna go over some more plays over the middle right here that you could also mix in. So say now they're committing everything to stop. So now they're putting two purples out there to stop both posts. They're putting two hard flats to stop the your tight end and your running back. To where now what you're gonna want to do is, instead of putting your triangle on a table route, put him on a Texas route. Leave X on a flat, and then put circle on a deep post. Then we're actually gonna go ahead and put square on the, I forgot what that route's called. But now they're committing everything to the outside of the field. So I'll take a timeout right here. But if the play develops, they're gonna have that purple out there, and then maybe the reason you're gonna want to have purple, I mean your X receiver, on that smoke screen right here like that. So let me set it up again if you guys weren't familiar right there with how to set it up. But simply what I'm doing is I'm putting the triangle on a Texas, my square on a smoke screen. I'm still streaking Terry, and then I'm putting circle on a deep crosser right there. So it's gonna look like this. So say the receiver over Dion's in man to man, he's gonna stay with Dion, and then obviously they're gonna commit the hard flat and purple. As to now we're gonna look for Moss, that corner played zone. One of those unfortunate things where I can't pick the defense, but that's ways that you could mix up your plays depending on your opponent's zone coverage. So it's one of those things where you have to keep them guessing, because if they mess up one coverage, it's GG for them, because if that cornerbacks manned up on Dion, and that safety over top Dion on the 25-yard line is in a hard flat or a purple. Moss right here is just gonna go completely over top for an easy touchdown. So obviously try to keep your opponent guessing. We'll see if Moss gets open right here. That safety's back there, but say that safety over top was in a purple or a hard flat. He'd be coming down, and then there'd be nobody out there. So definitely mix it up. I'll get the ball back, and then yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so we actually got the ball back with only 14 seconds. So we're just going to go over one formation and one setup real quick, or one formation and one play. So what I like to do right here is also been my tackle, my backup tackle, which is why I have a backup tackle in my lineup. And then right here, your audibles, you're going to change inside zone to halfback stretch. You're going to change drag wheel to halfback lead dive or inside zone. I personally like halfback lead dive, so I'll set that in. And then PA corner, you're gonna switch to PA Saint shot. So we're gonna let the time run out right there, and then we're gonna go ahead and show you guys this play. So say you're backed up into one, like it just so happens that I currently am. I'll come out on PA Saint shots, and your opponent is gonna see, wait a minute, this guy has 5 linemen out on the field. And then I'll motion over my fullback slash tight end Cooley to give him the idea that I'm running stretch to the outside. And then I'll actually hit him with a play action pass. And then right there, pick and choose square or circle. It's actually good that we didn't catch that. But definitely keep your opponent guessing. Obviously, we added a stretch to our audibles. So maybe run stretch first, so he'll know that, hey, this formation is a running formation, and that's what when you'll come out in a PA Saints shot, and that's a one play touchdown versus cover 3. I'm gonna reset it, and then just give them the idea that you're running. They're probably gonna come down and into the box, or maybe even run commit. And then as we look for circle right here, pass lead up, easy cover 3 beater right there. So yeah, I'm gonna get the ball to start the second half, and I'll be right back. The best passing formations, and one of the main reasons I switched to this playbook because of this wide trio off weak formation. This tight end is pretty much a down lineman, and then so what I'll do is also been a backup tackle right here. I'll probably do Trent Williams just because he's a higher overall. And now this formation has such good pass blocking, not only because you picked up that extra tackle at tight end, but so first let me go over the audibles. So change L1 to PA post shot dig. R1 you're gonna want to choose, where is it? It's the double move right here. Saints and go on the bottom, X, and then square change to the out routes. Saints out. Our first look, PA post shot dig, nothing special. You could switch your slot apprentice from circle to R1. In this case, I have a hot route master, so it doesn't matter. But what I'll do is I'll actually put R1 on a post like this. Put my running back. You could either have him blocking or out on the flat. So if they don't put a hard flat out there, is it's gonna be an easy 5 to 10 yards. And then circle, you can either leave him right there. So if that user follows R1, you could hit circle, or you could put him on a smart routed out route. In this case, I'll just put him on a smart routed out route, but this is a cover 3 beater, so I'll let it develop. Both square and circle did get open. I'm actually gonna come back to preserve the field so I can show you guys some more plays. But cover 3 beater, all you guys have seen it, PA post shot dig. Now it's actually good because it's also a big gain on both sides. So since you're putting R1 on a deep post, they have to guard both. So the purples have to be really deep. If not, they have to make sure that they have two deep halves out there, or I don't know, or they're following it. But that's also why I like to have triangle on a flat route. So if they don't deep half, or if they don't put a hard flat out there, I'll have an easy 5 yards minimum, right? So we're gonna take a look at that play one more time just to show you guys one more setup, In this case, we're going to put triangle on a Texas route. Remember, backfield master or hot route master is such a big part of this playbook. So definitely do that because you can mix up the same formation with so many different plays. We're going to put circle on a smoke screen in case that safety over Sanders is in a deep half. In this case, he's in man-to-man, so that Texas route is going to get wide open over top that corner on my Dion was in man-to-man. So had he been in a deep half, circle would have been open also for 5 to 10 yards. So that's that right there. Now hopefully they're not gonna run man to man. At least I don't think they're gonna run man to man cover zero. But this is one of those unfortunate things where I can't pick the defense. But if they're in man to man cover zero, so just straight up man to man with no help over top, with no safety in a deep half, this is 10 out of 10 times a touchdown. It will never fail you. I burned 99 Dion with it. The man-to-man doesn't stop it. Maybe if they get a really good press on you, if you have like a weaker corner. But Randy Moss, let me show you guys this play. So it is man-to-man. He bit, and then you guys see right there. I'm actually going to go into replay mode and explain why that route is so good, because it's one of the best routes in the game versus the meta right now, because the meta is man-to-man cover zero and a whole lot of heat, right? So what people will do is, blitz everybody, have everybody lined up, manned up, and then have their safeties on purples, so you can't hit the quick corner routes. So let me explain, right? So this cornerback is lined up man-to-man with Randy Moss, and this safety, for whatever reason, how do I whatever. So this safety, in this case, he was in a middle third, so he played towards the inside of the field. Now, if they have him on the hard flat to stop those table routes or flat routes or whatever, he's gonna come down here to prevent Kamara, from picking up the easy yards, or your tight end on a flat route, whatever. So if he's on the hard flat on a purple covering post, or an inside third, and this guy's manned up, let me show you guys our route. So, bro, what Randy Moss does is he'll cut in, and with one step ahead, that cornerback right here will usually break in like a lot faster, which is really good because, as you can see, he breaks in and then he goes back up, and this cornerback is in no man's land. You now pass lead up, pass lead outside, and he's gone. So once they're forced, once they see that play one time, they're gonna say, okay, I can't run that play anymore. So now what they're gonna do is they're gonna put this cornerback on a deep half, or leave him manned up, and then use this safety over here to play to help play over top, which is now in that case gonna open everything underneath the cornerback flat route, the tight end flat route, the corner route. You're gonna adjust to stop both those things, both the post and the double move one play touchdown. So I'll put R1 McLaurin on a streak. I'll block my tight end slash lineman, and then in route Moss, and then put Moss on an in route. So your opponent's gonna expect, okay, I'm either gonna get a corner route, a deep one play touchdown, and then let's look at square. So now he breaks inside, low pass down, and that's another route combo right there that you can mix in with that exact same formation. I'm gonna take a timeout right here because I want to preserve as much time as possible to talk to you guys. So that's that right there. Obviously, I'm gonna go over it one time just to show you guys the different route combos you guys could do. Put triangle on a table route, motion Dion in. Again, you have slot apprentice on him. So now, same concept, and your opponents are going to be frustrated because he's not going to know what defense to put out there, and things like that. Obviously, the first down is like right 1 yard away, but also you could instead of putting him on an in route, you could always put him on an out route also for another easy 10 yards if you're on a first and 10, second and 10, because smart routing is only to where the first down marker is. So that's that right there. I don't think obviously out routes. If they're just running man-to-man with two safeties over top or whatever, obviously man-to-man is a really good play. You have two out routes on either side of the field. I don't have any more timeouts, but it doesn't matter. But that's one of those things where you could also now They're respecting the in route, they're respecting over top, but they're not respecting outside to where you hit an out route. And as you guys saw right there, Kamara was also open for a quick 5 yards. And that's that. Since Okay, so I did go ahead and start a new game. Obviously, I'm in the third quarter. I don't know. My last video got corrupt towards the end right there, so it's a little bit frustrating right there. But we're gonna take a look at this formation. Gun split offset. You saw you guys right there. Gun split offset. Now I've gone over a lot of passing plays and not many run plays. You guys can mix in run plays out of those formations earlier. Stock run plays that I didn't go over that are in those formations. But I'm gonna show you guys a few more. This one right here is just a stock halfback power O. The only thing right here is I would like to have a fullback where Bo Jackson is right here. Unfortunately, it won't let me sub in Cooley right here at fullback. Which if you guys have a fullback, I recommend putting him right there, just because you do get better run block. If Bo Jackson runs into like a Sean Taylor or a Taylor Mays or Ronnie Lott, he's not gonna provide much run block for you. As to where a fullback, stronger, better run block is gonna do a little bit better for you right there. I don't really have any passing plays out of this formation, but what I like to do is just ID the user, then I'll double team whoever's on the end. So hopefully my running back, Bo Jackson, my tackle could both chip him, so I could get to the outside. In this case, it was just one-on-one with a tackle in the end. But that's one play right there. And then out of single back, wing, stack, I like to sub in my tackles at tight end. And then I'll have 3 run plays out of here. One being stretch, one of them being halfback dive, and then I have a jet sweep that I like to mix in for goal line situations. So let's just take a quick look at halfback stretch. I'll do the same thing. I'll ID the user. I'll double team the end, so hopefully the outside gets sealed, so I could break out right there. Right there, nice double team by both my 2 tackles right there. So that allows me to get outside. I'll run that just one more time. Just a simple run. It's not letting me ID and double team, but whatever. See that solid blocking by the lineman you put in right there. There's just gonna be way better run blocking as opposed to just having two mediocre tight ends with a regular run block right there. And then just a simple halfback dive. This is a sneaky good run right here. It has the potential to break for big yardage right there. If your opponent is expecting stretch and they shift over to the right or shift over to the left, and then that middle gap could potentially break big. And then for goal line situations, I do like to run this jet sweep. You show them the stretch, you show them the dive, and then you motion over. Like they'll just think that you're just casually motioning over, as to where I forgot to ID and double team right there. But let me show you guys that one more time when I actually ID and double team. The reason for double teaming is just to set the edge. So double team the end and then ID the user. In this case, I'll just pretend the user is this guy right here, just so if he ever does come in, your lineman will be aware. Hey, that's the mic right there. So just set the edge right there by double teaming. And then just one of those plays that your opponent's is not gonna see coming. You're passing all game, and then you come out in here, you show them halfback stretch, halfback dive, and then you just come out of here. And this also has the potential, stop and go, and then break for a long run. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Let me just go over the formations really quick. An honorable mention I'm not going to go over is out of bunch tight end, this halfback strong power, or pistol bunch tight end. This strong power, this halfback zone also runs you can mix in. You do have obviously it's a bunch formation, so you could run your bunch right here and then mix in those runs. Except currently I have a tackle at tight end. And I'll just set it up like I did my other bunch, and then I'll just run it like this, and then I have my corner, my flat, and then I have the streak over the middle, where if it's cover 2, you could split the seams. But that's it, guys. I don't have much to go over or anything else to go over. Yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed this ebook. Let me know if you guys have any good run plays that maybe I should know of. I know Problem Right also runs this playbook. I just I'm not too familiar with run plays in this formation. So, anyways, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.
Yeah, cause I got it like that. Flow so smooth like I got it on tap. Yeah, and I'ma say it be a good night while I'm on my Yingling, while I'm drinking Bud Light. Can you get it when you miss me? Like I'm with